Hey guys, Mike here. This is kind of a continuation of my electrician's nightmare video. Behind that video title, I probably should have put part 1 because this series is remodeling my workspace and getting it to my liking, how I want to work out here. Now, there was a comment that was legitimately concerned about the size of wire that I use on the air compressor. I'm going to show y'all what I did, what gauge wire I used, and tell you what the electrician's code book says here in where I live. Okay, I used 12 gauge wire right here. This is a 110 volt air compressor. You can look it up at Harbor Freight. It's a McGuire, MCGAWR. It pulls 14 amps. According to the book, it says you can use 3/4 of the gauge of the wire. So that gauge of wire pulls, its max is 20 amps. So this air compressor has not hit 3/4 of that wire yet. So 3/4 is about 16.5 amps if I'm doing my rough math correctly. Now, if I have anything that's plugged into this outlet that will pull more than 3.5 amps while the air compressor is running, I'm at max load on that 20 gauge wire. And for this outlet to be running with the air compressor, I guess that's probably not worded right, with the air compressor running on this outlet, I doubt that I'm going to very seriously be using these. Because if I'm using the air compressor, I'm going to be outside and there's probably impact gun, anything like that. I doubt that I will be using anything on this outlet at the same time. All right, so I hope that clears it up for some people. And let's move on to the fun part. I got my first sheet of OSB up here. I did it myself, a one-man show. All I did is I had this screw about a 1/2 inch down. I slid this board up here. Actually, I have 2 of them. You can see the other one. I slid this board up here. I got it as square to the wall as possible. And these 2 screws, when I got it square, I raised these screws up. So this one is going to be as square as possible. Now, I cannot remove the heater right now to put insulation back there, but oh well, maybe I can get to it from the other side. That doesn't really concern me. Dead air in space will help a little bit. So now I got to get this screwed up here, and then I want to screw this piece up here that requires cutting, and then I want to show you how I cut out for these outlets. So let me get some work done and I'll be back with you. Guys, you probably can't see this, but I got my outlet hole drawed out, and I'm gonna drill a hole here, hole here, hole here, hole here, and I'm gonna just cut that out with a jigsaw right quick. I want rounded corners. I don't know if it'll matter, but that's what I want to do. And then in here, it's getting dark in here now, but I got my 2 pieces up. They're flush, they're square, they're looking good. I can't wait until I get the shelves up here. So let me get these 2. I got to cut one for this one too, but can't wait until I can get this all nice and purdied up. All right, there you go, guys. I know I didn't show a whole lot, but it's getting late and I got to get this up tonight so I can get those mounted tonight, so I can get this mess cleaned up tonight before I go to bed. But there's my hole. I think that's gonna look great. and then put a cover on it. Then put a cover on it like so, which I can already tell you I'm probably going to have to loosen those outlets up so I can suck them out forward. That's okay, no big deal. But I think that's going to look marvelous. And if I can get them mounted tonight and get it on video, I'm going to put one shelf all the way up to the ceiling over here. Sorry, pointing at the wrong wall. Get one shelf mounted all the way up against the ceiling over here. Get the other shelf mounted over there. Get the air compressor in the corner right here. And then I have an issue. I'm going to have to get me some scrap or get me some chunks so I can fill in down there. But that can be done at a little bit later date. This part couldn't be done at a little bit later date. It had to be done now so I could get more of my stuff moved out of the other house. The electrical had to be done now because I couldn't do this, the OSB on the wall, without Romex sticking out. So, all right, let's see here. Let me get this other one cut and screwed up there, and then we'll go from there. Crap. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't video much of this. I was one person, couldn't hold the phone, couldn't hold the camera. But there's my shelves. I know this is like this, but I still can get into here without no problem. This one will be a good one to have. Put my toolbox right here beside this one. My outlets look okay. I busted the crap out of that cover, if you can't notice. I gotta go get another one. But I think that's gonna look pretty good. Let me stand back and give y'all a big view. Yeah. See? I think that's going to look pretty good. And then I'll get the air compressor under here. Hold on. I'm just going to go ahead and pause the video and get the air compressor in there to show you how it looks. Okay. Took some wrestling. Took some cussing. But air compressor's under there. And then over here on this side of the wall, I should have enough room for I'm just going to use one of those garden hose hangers so I can curl my air hose up on before I plumb air in this garage. I'll probably just go right underneath these shelves and go up to the ceiling and go over and get air over there. But no big deal. Those shelves are a lot heavier than they looked, and it took almost everything I had to get them up there. I already got my missus's bowling ball up there. So, all right, I don't think y'all want to watch me put stuff on shelves, so I'm going to start organizing these shelves and cleaning them up a little bit, and I'll be back with you. All right, guys, final product. Air compressor in the corner, kid in the corner, perfect kid corner spot, and then toolbox right there. We're gonna put shelves over the toolbox. I'll show y'all what I'm going to do with the shelves later. Well, I'm going to call it an end right here. I appreciate everybody that commented and liked the other video. I hope this one is just as big a hit. And I really want to thank all my new subscribers. I'm looking for a camera so I can get better quality videos. Something maybe y'all can watch me do some more work, because there's going to be plenty of projects coming out of this little tool little area. So, anyway, I'll catch y'all on the next one.